Hi guys, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please do subscribe. Let's hope today, Sunday, is the start of a lovely day because the sunshine is out. The sun is shining and yeah, a nice Sunday. Let's hope so. Right guys, Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. Today in 1922 saw the birth of author Jack Kerouac, one of the founders of the 1950s beat movement. He wrote on the road on a single scroll of paper in 3 weeks without editing it. The novel is now a modern classic.
Alexa, what's the time?
It's 8:20 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Sunday the 12th of March.
Alexa, what's the weather like?
Currently, in Rochester it's 9 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Today, you can expect cloudy skies, with a high of 13 degrees and a low of 9 degrees. Would you also like tomorrow's weather?
Yes. Yes.
Tomorrow in Rochester, you can expect showers, with a high of 13 degrees Celsius and a low of 3 degrees.
Right, Alexa, comic relief joke.
Here's what I found.
Alexa, can you tell me a comic relief joke?
In support of comic relief, I've got some jokes from some of the UK's best-loved celebs. Here's a joke from Greg James.
What did the llama say when he got kicked out of the zoo? "I'll pack my bags," is what it said.
Can I interest you in another joke?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Here's a joke from Vicky Patterson.
Why did Cinderella get kicked off the football team? She kept running away from the ball. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was good.
Oof. That one deserves a yellow card. How about another joke?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Here's a joke from Jay Blades.
I had a really great boomerang joke. It's going to come back to me soon.
The old ones are the best.
True.
Would you like another joke?
No. No.
Okay. To support comic relief, you can say, add a comic relief red nose to my shopping basket.
No, I've got a red nose already somewhere, the concertina one. Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. Today, 5th November, marks the birthday of India's most famous cricket player Virat Kohli. This is his 34th birthday. Virat Kohli was born on 5th of November 1989 in Delhi.
Right guys, like I said, it's Sunday morning. Didn't sleep very well last night, I've got to be honest with you. I was up and down like a yo-yo, but that wasn't due to anybody else, that was me. So I was awake at 6 a.m. this morning, I was awake. So when kids were running around the ceiling at 6 in the morning, I was awake anyway. I was on my sofa looking at my mobile phone because my Facebook keeps going off with friend requests. Between 1 and 7 in the morning, Facebook kept going off anyway. So when the kid was running up and down, it really didn't affect me because I'll be honest with you, I was awake. And I had been awake for some time, on and off, since about 5:30 this morning, so it really didn't affect me anyway. Yesterday evening wasn't pleasant. I feel that I'm being like pushed into being somebody I'm not. That they've hyped my mother up. My Jennifer is my mother, and since I came down from Gloucestershire to Chatham in 2008, my mum has been dressing like with these really big, bulky jeans, and they're like men's jeans with massive big pockets, and she used to stick paraphernalia out of them. And when I came back from Chatham, from Gloucestershire, after living there for 22 years with my ex-husband, he is now, I couldn't understand why my mum was dressing in a terrible state when she'd spent loads of money when I was a kid on foundation, expensive perfume and twin set clothing and going to the hairdressers, and when I come down, she's like dressed like a tramp. When my mother Jennifer had always taken care of her appearance, and it was me that was made homeless in Gloucestershire in 2006. It was me that was made homeless. I came back from London after meeting a man off the internet, a Turkish man, who had obviously duped other women and conned them. I came back, and even though my name was on the tenancy of the house, I was in fact really kicked out of my own house because I was kicked out of my own house, made homeless, and put in a women's refuge in Gloucestershire, and I stayed there for 6 months, and I was pregnant with a baby. And then they found me substandard, inadequate second stage housing, which wrecked my life. It was unsafe. If charities are going to rent out properties to vulnerable women, they need to be safe and not falling apart and dangerous. So it wasn't my mother Jennifer that was made homeless in Gloucestershire for 2.5 years. It was me, Jennifer's daughter. And of course, what do you dress like when you're homeless and you're starving and you're hungry and you've got no money? What do you dress like? Do you dress like a businesswoman? Do you dress like a model when you're on the streets? No, you fucking don't. But my mum was being given money by my dad, housekeeping, £200 a week, and she had food to eat, she had a roof over her head, and she had my dad for company. I was wandering the streets pregnant, wondering where my next meal was going to come from. Right? And when you're homeless and you haven't got much money, your jeans are dirty and tattered. It doesn't mean you're unhygienic when you're homeless, does it? When you've been literally thrown out of accommodation onto the floor, onto the fucking streets. A pregnant woman fending for her fucking self. I ain't gonna look a pretty sight, am I? And that's what I was, pregnant and homeless. And I'd been left with no clothes but what I was wearing, no fancy handbags, no jewellery, no nothing. And yet when I come down to Chatham in 2008, there's my mother, Jennifer, dressed like a tramp. An old man with dirty jeans on, all broken at the bottom. You know, you can't hide the fact of what was done to me in 2008. You can't hide it. You can't swap and make out it was my mentally ill mother that was homeless on the street when it was me. And my mother wouldn't have been pregnant at the age of 60, would she? I was 39 when I gave birth to my last child. 39. And my mother would have been 60. 61, 62. So my last son isn't Jennifer's boy, is it? Is he? It's not my mother's child. Do you know I've had my children taken away from me? I've had 4 accommodations taken off me. I've been on the fucking streets, starving, and wearing just the clothes on my back and nothing else. Right? And it's okay giving me bits of money now, you know, bits of money. Not enough to improve my life substantially. Enough, like, to give me money for electric and gas. Enough money to maybe give myself a couple of treats of food, and that's gone up, the food. But I was wandering the streets fucking pregnant. In the rain, in the snow, in the ice. And my mum, she had a roof over her head. So don't fucking swap identities with me when I've gone through fucking hell and back. Don't make out you've suffered all that. Fucking animals. So, why was she dressing like that? Why was my mum dressing like that? To cover up something, obviously. For a woman to go from being respectable, well-dressed, clean and tidy, to dressing like an old man with fucking tissues and holes in her back pockets, there must have been something wrong. I put a nice pair of jeans on yesterday. Fucking washed them myself. Bright, lovely, colourful, flowery jeans. I've got a woman in front of me. And these properties are expensive. They're flats. You don't need to dress like a tramp in these accommodations. And she's walking in front of me with dirty jeans on. Because it makes you think you look dirty. And you want to go home and hide, don't you? Because that's what they're doing. They're covering up the shit that went on in 2008, aren't you? Make me think my jeans are all dirty. I'll show you what jeans I wore yesterday and you saw them in the video. Sorry, I'm not going to show you those jeans I wore yesterday because I've put them away. I've put them with the washing. Because I usually wear my trousers and then I wash them the same day. And my underwear. I change my clothes every single day. And it's very important for underwear as well. And when I was homeless, I did the same thing. But when you've only got one set of clothes and you've been thrown out onto the street, it is hard to fucking dress like a queen or a princess when you've just got one set of clothing. Right? I've been to hell and back. I know what it feels like to be homeless and pregnant, and left for dead. I know. Right? No two ways about it. Right? And all this fucking shit that goes on every weekend, right? Fucking, you fucking purposely mixing me up with my mother, thinking you're fucking upsetting a mentally ill elderly woman when you fucking ain't. Right? Every fucking weekend, the same shit. 6 o'clock in the fucking morning in a Sunday when people usually relax, cuddle up, snuggle under the duvet together. I've got no fucking company. Same shit every weekend. Obscene messages. That started again. Sending me pornography. Right? And there's kids upstairs running across the ceiling. Blonde woman, black-haired man, porn. Yesterday evening. My mum rang me last night and I haven't been answering the phone. I don't think I've answered the phone since Tuesday. So she rang me 4 times yesterday, and it's just to keep tags on me, isn't it? What am I doing? Who am I speaking to? In case I tell. Tell what? Well, they all know what I know, don't they? Also, waking up this morning to Prince Charles being given a horse. A horse. And I will speak my mind because I'm a common person and I can. But don't you think that horse would be better off somewhere else? And don't you think King Charles has got enough riches than to own another horse? How about giving things to children in a hospice that are dying? People that are sick and ill in a hospice dying. You know, kids that are never seeing a horse in their lifetime. Fucking country's mad. Absolute madness. There's kids out there that have never seen a horse. They've never been on holiday. There's kids out there that are battered and abused like I was and mistreated, right? Living in substandard accommodation, never going out anywhere, being, you know, hit and abused by their parents, afraid to speak out. I don't want to know that Charles has got a horse. Stop covering your shit up. I lost my dad during just after coronavirus, right? I lost my sister in 2011. I've lost my brother. I don't see my fucking kids. I haven't seen my 4th child, since he was properly 2.5. He's bloody 18 now. You want me to smile? You want me to run up and down and pretend everything's gone away? You want to get up in the morning, jump up full of beans and pretend to be a fucking old lady who's mentally ill? Is that what you want, is it? You want to ruin every day, fucking making noise, upsetting me, causing me pain? I fucking ain't an old lady. And I've been through enough. And if you aren't going to pay me compensation, fuck off. You can sit down till the cows come home and repeat yourself and go on and on and on. I've got fucking evidence. I have. They don't fucking listen. You fucking take fucking idiots fucking abusing you in the street. And the so-called fucking phony police. Oh, we can't use that. Can't do anything with that. Staring them in the fucking face. You've got proof. They don't do anything. What is this? Mickey Mouse Land? Toy money? Think you can soothe me with fucking crappy TV shitty shows that are far from the truth? Giving me a fucking pocket money, and I'm 54? Bit of pocket money to shut me up. Don't you think that I fucking deserve somewhere nice to live, away from fucking idiots upsetting my everyday existence? Ugh! You know, and the people doing it, right? Doing it in the dark to me, you know, fucking pissing around in the pitch black because, oh, you can't see what they look like in the dark, can ya? They're hiding. You're fucking listening to everything I'm saying. There's fucking cameras down the street, cameras in the lift, cameras downstairs, and you're worried about me taking a few fucking photographs and videos of the fucking riverside? What's wrong with ya? Because you're fucking taking the